Hello everyone, this is Yusuf, and in this video I am going to take a look at some contributions to Roslyn. So nothing very specific planned for this video. Just we'll see the existing issues, and we'll try to, uh, to make some coding and fixing some of the issues. We probably could start with some issues that are labeled as help wanted, or maybe even see some of these newly opened issues. Actually, the first one that just was opened 10 minutes ago looks a bit interesting, as it's an analyzer crash. So okay, this is not an analyzer from Roslyn. It's an analyzer written by the user, and it seems like might be just some null annotation that is wrong in the compiler layer, probably. But yeah, let's try to stick with those that are labeled help wanted for now. So let's look here at something that could be quite interesting. So let's try to look at this one here. Verbatim identifier prefix is displayed inconsistently in tooltips for anonymous types. So this is an anonymous type, and okay, so the problem here is a missing @ sign for the identifier name in this tooltip. So let's try to figure out where this is coming from. So maybe it's something related to quick info. So maybe you could start looking at something there and try to figure out where this is coming from. So I think maybe you could start looking into C# editor features, and no quick info here. So let's search in the Solution Explorer itself. So we don't need a test project for now. Yeah, let's see if this is also a test project. This is a test project. This is a test project. Maybe let's start tracking this from here. C# quick info service. Quick info service. So this is a common quick info provider. Let's see what other types here. Embedded language. Maybe it's the semantic quick info provider. I'm not sure. there is a create content async here, create quick info item async. So there is something called the description groups here, and maybe this is the description section, maybe. So try get group text. Maybe two description groups async here. Okay, this is a simple display service, which might be what we're looking for. So let's see. See if something here is related to anonymous types. Okay, there is this add to group, which is checking, and if it's an anonymous we're not speaking of delegates here. That's an anonymous delegate type, which is not what we want. So let's see what this description style is saying, and it has a escape keyword identifier. Okay, so I guess at this point we have what may be the code path related to this part from quick info. Could be this or could not be it, but we have some potential starting place for debugging. So I think we may at this point need to write some tests and debug it and see if we can get to something. So maybe we could add a breakpoint here and another one here and figure out how to write a test for this. So maybe this, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, there is this method here, and yes. So let's see what this is doing. Okay, this is taking the expected text, which is this. Okay, so that sounds reasonable. So we could copy this and get to the end and test anonymous type, and let's see. This is the user code. And, sorry, let's actually convert this to a raw string, as it's a little bit nicer. And then we could do it like this. So basically this is like the cursor position. So let's for now do this, and maybe at least run the test for now and see what it will produce, and then we can see if the test is correct. We can start debugging it. So let's wait until it runs the test. So the general idea here is that almost whenever you need to convert a symbol to a string representation, you use something like to display string or something like that. So if you look at to display string, not this, yes, it's for the symbol. So yeah, that is this method. You could be passing what is called a symbol display format, which displays, or it's the way you tell the compiler how you want the symbol to be converted to a string. So there are some customizations you could do. So for example, when you create a symbol display format, there are like some parameters which affects how the symbol is converted to a string. Something like the global namespace style, so whether you want the symbol to be prefixed with global : and things like type qualification, and it's documented here. Things like generic options. Do you want to include type parameters? Do you want to include the constraints? Do you want to include variants? And the most important one for this issue is this miscellaneous options. So, and specifically it's the escape keyword identifier. So it's very likely for this issue that there is some format being used out there that doesn't have this option, which will prefix identifiers that are keywords with @ for C# or added between square brackets in Visual Basic. So that is the most likely cause for this issue. It's just that a format being used somewhere that doesn't have this option. So let's see the test failure here, how it failed. So okay, it says that we got this, which is probably the part here. Yeah, this this is just this part. So interesting. Maybe we could add a breakpoint there. Maybe there is some other thing. Maybe sorry, it's loading symbols. So maybe there are multiple expected results here, and we will maybe have another thing that shows this part. I haven't looked that much into quick info before, but yeah, we'll see. So if the test was able to show us that that part here, that will be a good starting point to debug this. So let's ignore this breakpoint for now, and okay, actually it just provides a single quick info item. No, okay, there are two sections. Yes, there is this section, and yeah, there is this other section, and it has a kind of anonymous type, which will make it a lot easier for us to figure out where this is coming from. So quick info item, quick info section count. So if we look into this quick info section, and we see where this kind should be coming from, the constructor here, which is actually private, so this factory method here. So we will see which caller is passing anonymous types as a quick info section count, and from there we will be able to debug where this is missing. So we have this here, add section. There is actually, yeah, there is this one here, and anonymous types text. Okay, so we will add a breakpoint here to better understand it, but yeah, it seems like in this code pass the text has already been built somewhere else probably. So let's run the test again to see. So let's find the test. Here, and debug this test. And let's for now. Okay, actually let's dig into this add parts async, and actually let me zoom a little bit to in case the screen is not very clear with it zoomed out a bit. So sorry, it was a little bit late to zoom in, but yeah, I hope it's probably more clear now. Anyway, let's step into this add parts async, and we are not looking for the description, I guess, and not the overload count part, but probably this, maybe. So let's see what we get here. Okay, we already have this types part in this code path. It was already calculated. Okay, no, it's calculated here by this get type display info call. So let's get back here and step into specific get type display info. So yes, we are getting there. Let's see what this is, and this is the anonymous type. Okay, this is here, and we are adding is space. So this corresponds to this first bit of information here, and then let's continue digging into this, and it's probably this get anonymous type parts. So, and we are here speaking of normal anonymous type. So this should be false, and yes. So this is what is constructing this part of the quick info item here. So new, then the curly brace, then the type, followed by the name. And if you look here, this is the new, followed by space, open brace token, space, and here it is adding the type here, which is currently already correct, but here it should be escaping this property name here. So this is the thing, this is where the whole issue is. So let's stop debugging and figure out how to fix this. So there is a class called syntax facts, and there is a method, I don't recall its name, but let's look. Yes, this is just for real keywords here. So yeah, this get contextual keyword count, this is what we're looking for. And so get contextual keyword kind, so we will something like this, property name, and if this is syntax kind dot none, then we will use property dot name. Otherwise we will do it like this, property dot name, like this. So and here for sure we will use this this new actually I want to see if there is already a method that does this, something like escape identifier. It's here, but it's private, so and we don't want to use it from the simple display visitor directly. Not sure if yeah, it's actually in C# syntax facts. So this is what it's doing, but it's actually using get keyword kind. Okay, so the thing here is that do we want to actually escape contextual keywords or only real keywords? Because in this case this is a real keyword, and so it's escaped. So maybe we also only want to escape real keywords. Yeah, actually simple display visitor does the same. It should only have been get keyword kind, not get contextual keyword kind, because for something like await or any of the contextual keywords, we don't want to escape them. And basically if you don't know what is contextual keyword, it is so let's get it back historically. So in C#1 there was some keywords in the language, and for these keywords you cannot have any variable named with these names unless it is prefixed with @ for C#, and for Visual Basic it's surrounded by square brackets. Anyway, and in later C# versions, new features will need to introduce new keywords, but this will be a breaking change. So consider if someone had a variable named async, something like this. This was totally valid C#1 code, and as you know, I don't recall which version of C# introduced async await, but assuming that C#2, it's not, but let's assume it's C#2. So in C#2 we want this code to still be valid. We want to avoid breaking changes. That is the philosophy the C# compiler team is and has been following. So they want to avoid breaking changes as much as possible. There are some cases where breaking changes happen, but it's not very common. And so this we want, depending on the context, we may treat this identifier either as a real identifier or as a keyword. So for example, if you are in like typing a method like private async task my method, and do whatever, await something maybe. In this case async is a keyword, but here it's not a keyword, so it's depending on the context the parser tries to know whether this is an identifier or a keyword, and this is where contextual keyword term comes from, because it could be a keyword or not depending on the context. Anyway, let's get back to the thing we are working on. And in this case, we probably don't want to prefix contextual keywords with @ sign, so this probably just need to be get keyword kind, or better, just use C# syntax facts dot escape identifier. Didn't we find it? Where was it? I think we have seen it. Maybe it wasn't public. Why I can't see it? Okay, it's not static, so I have to do it this way. Dot escape identifier property dot name. And so in this specific code path, it turned out it's not using to display string as I was expecting. So I was expecting it to be using a to display string or something like that, but my assumption was wrong, and it's just building it this way. So this is all we need to do, just call escape identifier here. And so let's get back to the test we were writing. So here we want to build the correct test outcome, which is that this is the main description. Okay, it didn't copy. Okay, something is going wrong here. Control C. Let's hope it's copied this time. Okay, it doesn't want to copy with Control C, and right clicking just loses this window. So let's see if we can copy it from Test Explorer here. Control C. Okay, this is going. Okay. Yes, this time. So this is the main. This is the main description, and we need maybe look at some of these tests. Oh, I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, let's add this here. Let's do it this way, and let's take this and add it after main description, and maybe format this a little bit so so it looks better. And move this here. Let's see if it's going to pass now, or probably something like this. And let's run the test and see Maybe we were still missing something here, but we'll see what the test says. So it's still running the test now. Let's see. And it's passing, and if we remove the fix we just did here, it should fail. I usually just like to confirm that the test fails before the fix and passes after. So I'm sure this test is doing what it's supposed to do. Even if it's very clear that it will fail without the fix, I just always want to confirm this. So it is failing, and let's also look at the failure message, and as expected it says that we're expecting that string is escaped, but it's not. So that's it. That was here, yes. So that's it, and we now have a passing test, and we have fixed this bug here. So let's see if there are more interesting issues. Maybe it will be in another video, or maybe if there is something small, maybe I will do it right now as well. So let's see. This one is probably a big one, so let's not look at it right now. Maybe I will try to look at it later if it wasn't picked up by someone else. So let's see. Let's see what this one is about. I'm not sure if it will be a small one. Usually things at the compiler layer are somewhat more complex. That's an interesting one. Let's see. So A equals to B, but and C is equal to D, but this is not equal to this. That's interesting. Okay, actually, based on the discussion, there is someone else that may be looking into it, so let's leave this one for him. So let's see if there is something else we could look at. Let's look at this one. Okay, seems it's unclear whether what the expected behavior is. Do we want this attribute to remain or not? Interesting. Okay, so I think for now I will wrap up this video with this fix, and maybe we'll look into the existing issues to see if something is suitable to have a recording for fixing it, and probably this will be in another video. So for now, the last thing to open a PR for the fix I have is getting the issue link, this one here, and add a work item here with the issue link, and just create a branch and push it. Let's make the commit message as clear as possible, and let's commit and push, and I will open a PR for with this fix, and this should be it for this video. So thank you for watching, and see you in another video.